welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is your host Travis, and you may have heard of a show called Fun with Flags with Sheldon Cooper once. This is Fun with Kroxa with Travis, and the main star is Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. He's a legendary creature, Elder Giant. 6/6. I only have 3 copies of him because this is a free-to-play account, and I have an artificial limitation in that I'm not spending any of my wild cards just yet. Waiting for the September rotation at least. But if you have 4 Kroxas, or if you're willing to get 4 Kroxas, the deck might work even better for you. But we don't have a lot of creatures. So you look at this, we have 6 creatures total, 20 lands, so we're even light on lands. It's a red-black deck because Kroxa is red and black. He's the focus, okay? The rest of the deck is all centered around treating him like a yo-yo in the graveyard. Getting him out, sending him back, getting him out again, sending him back, that kind of thing. So there's a well-known trick with village rights where you hit full control, and since you're already going to lose Kroxa to the sacrifice when he first comes out, you can make him sacrifice himself ahead of time and draw 2 cards and take advantage of the fact that he's already leaving the battlefield. Normally, we just bring him back with the escape clause down at the bottom with 2 black mana and 2 red mana together. You exile 5 cards from your graveyard, and he comes onto the battlefield and stays there as a 6/6 creature. But although we are willing to do that with him from time to time, the other things that we also want to do with him are things like Blood Beckoning, where we return him from the graveyard to our hand. Let's see, we covered Village Rights. Forever Young, where we put him from the graveyard on top of our library and just draw him straight up again. 2 copies of Raise the Draugr, where we can return him from the graveyard to our hand. Or if we've got 2 Kroxas in the graveyard, we can bring both of them back up. Call of the Death Dweller, say that 3 times fast, where you can, you can't really do much with the extra mana, because I don't think I have a 1-drop creature except for 1 Typhoid Rat. So you could bring 2 creatures back if you had a Kroxa and a Typhoid Rat in the graveyard. But this would also bring Kroxa back up. And each time, basically, we're forcing the opponent to discard a card, and if we're far enough in the game that he has no cards to discard, we're just doing him 3 points of damage each time. Okay, do we have any other things that we want to do as far as bringing him back? That's mostly it. The rest of it is centered around surviving, card draw, that kind of thing. So we've got 4 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst to take out creatures and planeswalkers. We've got 1 copy of Typhoid Rat as a chump blocker. We've got 1 copy of Erebos' Intervention, so we can exile any cards they have from their graveyard that have escape, or we can get some life back if we need it by taking out one of their creatures. We've got Agonizing Remorse to raid their hand and take out a big threat. And we have 1 Valky God of Lies that we can use as a Tpull if we last long enough. We've got 1 Mazemind Tome to dig through our deck faster. And since we've got mostly instants and sorceries going on, let's see, we've got 8 instants and 22 sorceries. We've got a copy of Relic Amulet. If this gets down early in the game, we can charge it up pretty nicely, and as the charges build up, once you remove them, they deal that much damage to the target creature. So this can come in really handy, especially the earlier you get it out. 1 copy of Elspeth's Nightmare, mostly to exile the target's graveyard, so we don't have to worry about their graveyard. A couple copies, well, 1 copy of Foreboding Fruit, sorry, and this allows us to dig through our deck a little bit. 1 copy of Grim Tutor. If we get that, we can go get Kroxa instead of waiting to draw him. And 1 Witch's Vengeance to get rid of creatures of a different creature type. Sort of clear the board a little bit. 1 copy of Dark Bargain to also look at through our library and choose what we're going to get. 1 board wipe, Extinction Event. And 3 Tens Mogrifies. We could use this on our Typhoid Rat to bring out the Kroxa. Probably we're going to be forced to use it on enemy creatures more often than not. And 2 other sort of mini board wipes with Storm's Wrath that do tend to take care of the vast majority of creatures in the early part of the game. And 1 Cosmos Elixir to either get us some life back or draw us cards if we have enough life. The final creature is Brash Taunter, which has Indestructible, and unless our enemy has a way to exile him or put negative counters on him, he might hang around and be a big thorn in their side. The rest is the lands, and we're about to have some fun with Kroxa. Alright, all we need is one more the right color mana to get going. I call this deck Fun with Kroxa as a reminder that it's for fun play only. It's not really competitive, that you want to put it into a ranked place just yet. You really want at least 4 Kroxas. The deck configuration is probably not optimal either. But you know, you get tired of just doing decks where you run up with creatures and smack them in the face, and that's the only thing you do. So it's fun to experiment every once in a while and look at a particular card and say, what else can we do with this? So here, let's see, we'll do full control. We'll pay for him. And then we have room to bring in the sacrifice part. Pay for that. Sacrifice him to the village rites. So we get to draw our 2 cards. And then he still gets to have his effects. Enemy gets to choose which card that he gets rid of. Pacify. Which probably means he's got an extra one of those hanging around. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring him back right into our hand. Go full control. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. Making sure that we don't end up with too much in the way of cards. Village rights again. He quits. He scoops. I guess he decided the card draw was too much for him. You know what? This is probably the perfect start to a Fun with Kroxa deck where you manage to get 2 village rights and get so much card draw at the very beginning. I'm kind of surprised that he wouldn't even try and do anything, because I hadn't even hit him yet, right? He's still got his full health and they just leave. Okay, I'm not sure that it'll get any better than this. We could die a bunch of horrible deaths in the matches after this. But yeah, this is what the deck was designed to do. Bring Kroxa out, throw him into the graveyard, get what advantage you can, yank him out like a yo-yo, and do it all over again, just ad infinitum. And sometimes if you get Kroxa up early enough, it works, and that's why it's good to have 4 copies. This one only has 3, but it worked out this time. Let's go ahead and keep playing and see what happens. All right, second match, and things are looking good. We got the right colors and Kroxa at the very beginning. We'll take it. You can't ask for more than that. Well, you could ask for the 1-drop sacrifice spell, but we're not going to be too picky. We're just going to get going. Say hello to my giant friend. He's very hungry. What will you feed him? Feed me, Seymour. A storm strike. That's it? That will not satisfy him. Okay. I could put the rat down there and then use Call of the Death Dweller on both of them. So, let's do this. You come back up here. You come down here again. Lose another card. A 6-costing dragon. Glad we don't have to face him later. Okay, so we'll put down a rat now as a blocker. And let's see what else you're hiding from us. It's a good thing we get rid of you now. This sucker just comes back over and over and over again. That's the best use of Agonizing Remorse. Block 2 points of damage. Ooh, this is going to be nice. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I gotta be careful on this. I gotta use that to bring these guys back. Death counter, it doesn't matter for you, right? Because you already have Death Touch. You can have Menace. Could I do the full control in time? Oh, I didn't do it. I did it wrong. Alright. I did it wrong. That was my fault. You had to hit full control earlier. It's okay. Still got Raise the Draugr. We'll just do it this way. We need more stuff. There we go. I'll gain back 2 life for every 3 points of damage you give me. That lengthens my clock a little bit. And we can just bring Kroxa out by his little lonesome now, right? But do we want to? We can just yank him back like a yo-yo. And so we shall. There you go. Use the other card you hold on to. Thank you. Ooh, nice. That was a good choice. Good job, Travis. Why, thank you, Travis. Alright, enough playing around. Leave the rat. Everybody else, out of the pool. 3 points of damage. My 6/6 is here. Life is good. Oh no, you've got more 1/1s. Oh no, you hit me for 1 point of damage. Whatever shall I do? I think I'll attack. Jump block. Oh, now that's gross. I can't do that against them, can I? That's enough to kill me. All right. Hate to lose my Kroxa that way. Land. I can do that too. You know what else I can do? Go find another Kroxa. Time is on my side. I'll just gain 2 life each turn. Ah. You think that'll help you? It will not. That's right, I got 5 mana. If you had mana like I had mana, 1 card goes away. Kicker, return 2 target creatures. Kick it. 1, 2. They come back to the hand. Another one comes down. 3 more points of damage. I'm out of mana. That's all I can do. Can you do 9 points of damage to me in this turn? Guess what? Treating Kroxa like a graveyard yo-yo works lovely. 2 games down. Our luck will turn someday, but for now, let me enjoy it. Alright, fun with Kroxa, and we've got a Kroxa. Who can ask for anything more? It's the second turn, you know, it's very vital. Yeah, it takes a long time to figure out you want to do nothing. Okay, so here's the thing. He might have a counterspell. If he does, we still end up with it in the graveyard for the most part, right? There are only a couple of counterspells that can exile. So you either lose a card or you use a counterspell and you have a counterspell going. Unsummon, interesting choice. You know you still have to discard, right? I wonder if he knew that. You can't get rid of the effects on the stack. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Yeah, I think he just learned that. And that alone was too much for him. Okay. No Kroxa and only 2 black lands. No creature to use him. This has bad news written all over it. And absolutely no guarantee that a mulligan would help us in any way whatsoever. Okay, let's see what else you got. Tore off raid bombardment. 2 raid bombardments? Gross. Okay. Let's get rid of one of them at least. Okay, you're tapped out. There's nothing else to do but attack, so what are you doing? Welcome to the Let's Sit and Wait show. Yeah, he's got haste. Next time don't take so long. You die first. You die second. There's just no way knowing how long it'll take to get 2 extra red lands out and ready, so we're not going to wait. Going to put out the artifact. The enchantment, okay. Go right ahead. And me without any extra lands yet. Okay, there's one. There's the second one. Okay, we'll take it. I'm expecting the goblins. Ah! He shows his whole hand. I love it when my opponents do that. Okay, now all I need is my Kroxa. Graveyard's almost full and ready. Still waiting. Excuse me. Haste. You and your haste. Let's just get rid of this now. I need some life back. Thank you. Well, removal's not a problem in this particular game. Nothing left at instant speed, though, so we could still get some hits in, especially if he starts bringing some hasty dragons out. Usually this is when red thinks about giving up, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures taken care of already. Generally speaking, when you give red aggro that kind of a tough time at the very beginning, they actually tend not to stick around most of the time. They're here for an easy win, quick hits to the face. If you put up any kind of resistance, most of them just tend to move on to the next easy target. But we don't mind going through as much of our mana as we need to, since we don't have anything instant speed ready. Well, we would be able to do things at instant speed if our opponent didn't have to stop and read every single thing that happened. But maybe they're new. This is a reminder, if you're just tuning in, this is Fun with Kroxa. We haven't seen Kroxa yet, but we're hoping. I actually wouldn't mind having a bit more land, but this will help. That'll help offset the life problems. In that I need a creature for. If I can get one more land, then I can do a Transmogrify and a Nightmare on a smaller creature if he gets another one out. What do I want to do? I really feel like I should do something here. I shouldn't just sit there and take it. But if I get rid of this guy, I might get somebody worse. Alright, we're gonna risk it. I've got a full hand. This way I don't have to worry about him getting some 5/5 creature that becomes a 7/5, and him getting 10 points of damage into me next turn because of this guy's benefits. I think this might be a new player, because if you haven't seen Transmogrify before, it can take a while to read the card and figure out exactly how it's going to work. You get a free creature. It's the same one. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's draw a card. Second verse, same as the first. Okay, come on, buddy. You've seen me do this card before. You know how it works. Did we have to stop for a potty break? What's going on? Here at Tpull's Corner, we make sure to record only the finest, most exciting play game videos that exist on planet Earth, or any other multiversal plane. Thank you. Yet again, I do not have a creature yet. He's getting flooded out with land. Okay. I'll just get rid of you the easy way. So the deck is doing a fun game with me. I could use land or a creature. Either one would be nice, and it's giving me everything except what I'm asking for. Finally. Yeah, there is a limit to that stuff, isn't there? Okay, there we go. He was hanging in there for a long time. Maybe he thought that I was creatureless? Okay, fun with Kroxa, but we didn't have Kroxa that time. Okay, where's my Kroxa at? He's starting to put in appearances more rare than the Abominable Snowman. Nice city, bro. Now, who lets a 3/3 come out for only 2 cost? Come on. Is this going to be a werewolf tribal? It is. You don't know how happy that makes me. Should we do it now, or should we wait? If we wait, come on game, you could activate that and do the +1 counters. So, let's take them out now. Another ranger class. I think he's having land troubles. Okay, I can't really wait any longer, can I? Can I? What else you got? A gnarled professor and a froghemoth. We'll take the froghemoth. Destroy target. Okay, you know what? We'll take that away. Excuse me while I use that right this second. Ooh, good. I needed that. Now, if he tries to get rid of me, I can do some things finally. You could use Containment Breach on your own enchantment. Otherwise, there's not much else for him to do. Why don't you bring that down instead of Elsika's Chariot? Okay. You do not have Death Touch, right? Perfect. Let's see, choose up to 4. Get rid of all your stuff. Sweet. And he's not an enchantment. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? When he dies, he comes back. So you know what? Let's see what else you got in your deck. I don't want the same creature. Lovely. Okay. Interesting how that seems to keep happening with Transmogrify. I don't like what I'm facing. Let's go get another one just like it. What I'd like is to find another Tangled Florahedron. You do have access to 4 mana. Why are you not doing anything? You could double that up and have each of them gain +2. There we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. My turn. Let's get rid of all the evens. Would have preferred you put Gnarled Professor out a while ago. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, next. Full control. No, I need an extra mana. Okay, so we won't do that this turn. Should we attack? No. We've got enough to beat them the way they are, unless he has a buff spell. And he doesn't have a token yet, so he can't create anything off of the chariot. Still no enchantment or artifact for him to do anything to. I wonder if he's got other spells in his sideboard or if that was it. It's kind of a strange choice to make at the time. Another Ranger class. Okay, that could be a problem. If he's able to pump them all up to level 2, they would all work on the troll and make them a 7/7. Okay, so it's finally time to have fun with Kroxa. Da-da-da-da. Get 2 cards. Don't need full control anymore. You have to discard something. Probably just the Sealy Containment Breach. You're keeping the Containment Breach. What is going on here? Alright, bring him back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twice in one tune. Say hello to my elder giant friend. He's very hungry. You can hear his stomach grumbling from here. Why are you so desperately... Thank you. That was like a useless card, wasn't it? Okay, we are still not going to do anything just... Oops. That was an accident. That's okay, maybe he'll chump block. Okay, gets rid of one problem. I do like the Froghemoth. Now he can't really attack, right? Because he would just die. A 4th Ranger class. Scared of you. He had land problems though. It's very rare that I end up with this many more lands than my opponent. I'm usually the one with the land problems because I tend to do that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, he didn't want to wait for the attacks. He didn't have anything else in the tank. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up there. As I said, it's probably better for the whole deck if you do have all 4 copies of that. You know, we're so close to the September rotation and getting the new Innistrad expansion coming out that it doesn't make much sense for me to be spending my wild cards to create too many new cards right now. But yeah, I had fun with this. It's very strange considering there's only 6 creatures. You can definitely run into a situation where you go creature dry or you don't have enough removal that tied you over. In some cases we had, just waiting for the creatures to come along, we had more removal than we knew what to do with. The only other thing that you might want to change the mix-up on is maybe you do have a few too many sacrifice and resurrect type spells in the deck. And if you feel uncomfortable with 6 creatures, maybe 7 with the 4th Kroxa, maybe switch out a couple of these sacrifice and bring back to the battlefield spells for a creature or 2. Maybe add in an extra Brash Taunter if you want. Transmogrify is kind of a mixed bag. I'm always hoping that I'm going to get a cheaper creature out. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get a worse creature out. So it is a bit of a toss of the dice. But I always have at least one sweeper card in there. And I like the cards that Black has to draw extra to just get the draw advantage. Sorry. Dark Bargain, if I had more of those, I'd probably stick more of those in there. Forbidding Fruit, I actually do have more of those, I think, but I think I ran into the 60 card limit and decided to call it a day rather than tool around with it that much. And sometimes you just want to use your Grim Tutor and go find the Kroxa and start having the fun. But yeah, he's the main star of the show, and he's pretty cool. I like him. I'm gonna miss playing with him, so that's why I wanted to drag this deck out now and just play with him as much as I could. And man, that sounds dirty when I say that out loud. You know what I mean. It's gameplay. It's Magic the Gathering. Alright. So there's a good deck for you to try. Have fun with it. Hope you had as much fun as I did. We're signing off. Tune in next time because there's always going to be another deck around the corner. Have a good one.